My name is Gonzalo Maza. I'm a screenwriter. I started my studies here in London, in the London Film School, as a master of screenwriting in 2016, and came to live here in the International Student House the same year. I wrote a film called A Fantastic Woman, and this film I wrote it before I came here. And when I was studying here in London, it started to be released all around the world, first in Berlinale, and then in different cities in Europe and in the States. And it was very well received. It got an award in Berlin Film Festival as Best Screenwriting, and also got the nomination for Golden Globes and Academy Awards, and also a few weeks ago got the Academy Award for Best Foreign Film. Here I'm living with my family, with my wife and my kid, and I feel very lucky of living in International Student House, since it's a very well-formed community, and also there is it's so diverse, it's so open to receive people from very different communities, and I feel very comfortable living here with my family, and I think a great experience. Currently, I'm still a student here in London, and I'm doing a PhD on film in the University of Exeter. I'm doing the research in London, and it's about screenwriting, actually. So it's in screenwriting studies, and I feel that it's an issue. Screenwriting is a very complex matter that, in a way, is taken very lightly in the industry, and the screenwriting studies are very necessary now to make people aware of the complexity of this issue. A Fantasy Woman is a film about a transgender character called Marina, and she's going through. The film begins when her lover dies. He's an older man than her. She's 27. The man is 50, and she's in charge of all to tell the family about this. But when this happens, the family goes against her, and she has to deal with microaggressions, with all the problems the family had of her being with him. So she in a way she has to show them that she's a normal person like anybody else, and living in this world in 2018, and to be forced to show the world that you're a normal person is a strange issue, and we thought that we had a film in that. The reason the reason we decided to make a film about a gender character was not at the beginning of the creative process. Actually, was at the end. We wanted to make a film about grief. We want to make a film about the sense of loss when someone dies, someone you love dies. So at the end, we decide that the character will be transgender, because we realize that we live in a world that this is a very, very, very specific community of people, and people have a lot of issues with them. And also, we knew so little about transgender when we started to make the film. So we did a lot of research, and we learned a lot of things that we felt ashamed of ourselves for not knowing about this, not knowing that in the world the life expectations when you're transgender is 35 years old, and that's because maybe your lover killed you, it's a very rough life you can have if you're a transgender person. So we realized that we wanted to make a film about. At that point, we wanted to make the character transgender, but that's the reason that the film is not specific about her problems. Are more like connected with a story that we have it before, and then she's living the story like a human character. When we were doing the research for the film, we started interviewing different transgender people, and we get to know Daniela, and she was an actress. She was doing theater in Chile. She made a film before, so and we were fascinated not only by her and her charisma, but also by she was like the introduction. She did the introduction to the issue of transgenders. We did it through her. So she was very open to answer all of our questions. And later, the director, Sebastian Lelio, who wrote the film with me also, he was thinking that maybe she might be the actress for the role. And it took a while, but at the end he took that decision, and I think it was a right decision because she's such a character in a way. She really has a political position on this issue with the film, and also she was very open to. She was very aware of realizing that it was such an important subject that we should address. Definitely, we was not our intention making a statement with the film. However, once you make a film, you have some intentions, but the history take a different course, and this was the case. Definitely, people embraced the film in a way that we weren't expecting at all. We surely aware that we wanted people to understand about transgender people, but we weren't expecting that it would have this impact in so many countries and having this and starting these discussions about the issue. Yes, I think every artistic film is in a political film. Every time you are writing a story, it's about something. And the reason you decide to talk about something is because you think that's an important issue. The thing here is we really were aware that we live in a world full of injustice. And this is one tiny story about this injustice, but you definitely can feel related with this kind of injustice without being a transgender character, because we in our daily life we feel different kind of injustice or microaggressions that are not necessarily related with your sexual identity. Maybe sometimes are related with your race or your social class or your education or your country of your region. So I think lots of people can feel related with the film in a political way without necessarily feeling connected with or without necessarily being a transgender person. And that was our main goal when we made the film, that a huge amount of people feel connected with what Marina was feeling and not what Melina was. Well, diversity is a big issue now in the film industry. The films are mostly made by men and by from certain age and from certain race, and it's a problem. There is a lot of effort in the industry at the same time to change that. To And I feel that, especially here in the UK, that is working. It's starting, but it's starting to work. And actually, as a foreign screenwriter, I started my career here, and I'm feeling that in a way I feel welcome in this community, and I feel that if you work hard enough, you can get the chances to make what you want to do. But at the same time, I'm aware that there is a lot of work to do about this issue here.